That's how we do it on Tarris and New Friends. We'll wait for some people to come in this morning. Hey. If you come on in, speak to me in the chat. Tell me you're here. Until then, we just vibe. Hey. Hey. Good morning, Tanya. Greg, what's up? Good morning. Hola, Teresa. Good morning. What's up, Corey? Good to see you, Corey. Mia, the Sunshine Trader, is in the building. Michelle Renee, good morning. See you backstage, Michelle. Gotta test out the video backstage. We just gonna take a moment to vibe. Y'all know how we do it. So if this is your first time watching Tarris and New Friends, a little different format. Whole concept and idea of the show is to have some new friends with me. Some individuals that are newer to trading, and give them an opportunity to get on stage, get on platform, and show us what they got. They have an opportunity to go through charts and receive feedback. And so it's an opportunity for growth. Anyone who's out watching in the chats, feel free to ask questions. We'll definitely be here to help, not for sure, but it's an opportunity for growth. Definitely an opportunity for growth. And so the individuals that I will have on today, they're going to realize that they know a little bit more than what they think they know. They probably know a lot bit more than what they think they know. And so it will be a great opportunity for them to stretch those muscles, get that workout, get that charting workout in. Mia, I like the plug. Said Beats by Zeke. This is a beat by Zeke. He is our producer. He does all of our music, all from scratch. This is what Zeke does. So if you need any music curated, definitely reach out to us. We'll connect you with Zeke. He's the guy. Good morning. We got LA Trader with us this morning. We got DXM 416 with us this morning. We got Tisha. What's up, Tisha? All the way from Houston, Texas. I am loving this vibe right here. Now, y'all know later on I'm gonna have to switch the music up again with another beat by Zeke. This one right here hits. Michelle Renee, I'm looking for you to turn your camera on in the background. We're going to get started shortly. All right, before we get started, we are going to take a moment to pray. What's up, Tim? I see you this morning. Father, we thank you for another day. giving us breath in our bodies. Father, we thank you for another opportunity to exercise the gifts and the skills and the talents that you've given us. We pray that this episode is productive, that growth takes place. I thank you right now for acceleration of that, for putting your super on our natural, the things that we have been working on, the skills that we've been working on in the natural. We know they are elevated. They are taken to a whole nother level when you put your supernatural ability on top of it. Father, we thank you for that this morning. We pray that this is productive and growth does take place today. In Jesus' name, amen. Good morning, Dr. Ann. With us this morning. Dr. Ann, I got to get you because that call yesterday, with that W pattern right before we were getting off, that was it. That was it for me. That was it for me. That was the last trade I took yesterday. Let that run, and it ended up definitely being a good situation. Definitely was good. That was on the W pattern on gold on the 5-minute chart. It was a beautiful move. Definitely a good call. All right. Happy I caught it. Hey, next time you're catching it, Dr. Ann, you're going to catch it next time. All right. It is currently 7:07 this morning. I am going to bring up our first special guest. She's actually the only one that has her camera working right now in the background. Michelle, I'm getting a message that says configure Camo Studio, so we're not able to see you at all. So I'm not sure what's going on with your camera, but we can't actually see you. So this morning, first guest, he is from up north. He's from a little above us in Minnesota. A lot of us are in Minnesota. A little above us, but she's always here. There we go. I see you, Michelle. She's always here. She's been a part of the team for several months. She's been learning, growing, and we get an opportunity to see the level of growth. The first person I'm bringing up is Miss Paula Tarris. Teresa, I'm going to add you to the stage.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. A little nervous because, I'm not a pro here, but I'm grateful for the opportunity to learn and to chart with you.
Yeah. Yeah, this is awesome. This is going to be great. This is going to be great, Paula.
Good morning, Mia.
So, Paula, question, Paula, how long have you been trading?
So I'm new. I actually started trading when you guys started this YouTube channel.
Okay.
So I'm new.
Okay, so just a few months?
Yeah, just a few months in.
Yep. What do you normally trade? What's kind of your go-to right now?
Gold. So I've been watching gold. I do watch the other indices and commodities, but gold is kind of what my focus is on right now. I'm trying to focus on one and get comfortable. And I understand that some days it may not be as it may not be as feasible to trade. So I do look at others, but gold has been the main focus.
Okay.
Thanks, Michelle.
Yeah. So gold's been your main focus.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us have kind of switched and moved towards gold. It's a little more predictable.
Yeah.
Especially when there's news.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's good. It's not necessarily quite as fast as some of the indices, but it's fast enough. It's faster than any of the currencies. So I think it's good. How's your trading journey been so far?
So it's been good. I actually have learned a lot. I'm surprised at how much I know, because in the beginning everything was all gibberish. now I understand terminology. my eye is still growing for the charts, but like I'm able to see things. So, I'm grateful for the one-on-ones that I've had with Dr. Denise, Mia, Nedra. They've really helped make things clear, and then also allow me to have some focus. So right now I am really focusing on really understanding futures and the trading, understanding market trend, and being able to understand what moves price and things of that sort. So when I'm charting, I really look at support and resistance, just kind of spotting support and resistance levels, and then kind of determining what direction, what bias, is it bullish, bearish, and then from there kind of looking at the TDI to see, like I'm watching for shark fins, because I do want to be a scalper. So I'm kind of focusing on that. And so when I am charting, I was advised to kind of look at not too far along like the months or weeks, but to look at maybe the day and then kind of go down from there if I'm wanting to scalp. So kind of that's what I've been doing, charting on the day and working my way down to kind of see time frame confluence, and then making my moves. But I'm very slow, so I don't really jump in as much as and then I am delayed because I'm on the paper trade, so I am trying to get my footing in like the entries and exits, so kind of that's where I struggle a little bit, but it is becoming more clear as I begin to chart a little bit more. But where I was 3 months ago is not where I am now. So I am grateful for the acceleration, because I do believe I have grown a lot, but I'm excited to grow even more.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, I'm ready to see the growth. I'm ready to see it. I'm going to give you an opportunity to share your chart. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to do what I should do and put up our disclaimer. So I will put up this disclaimer. You guys take a moment to read it, understand that trading does involve substantial risk of loss, and it's not suitable for all individuals. Any live streaming of trading activities is for educational and entertainment purposes only. So this content provided is not intended as financial advice and should not be construed as such. Viewers are encouraged to conduct their own research and consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. That is the biggest thing about it. Make sure you understand how to trade. Learn how to trade yourself. Get a financial advisor if you need one. But also understand that we are not liable for any losses incurred by you guys following what we do. We don't guarantee the completeness or accuracy of everything we talk about. So trade at your own risk is the biggest thing. Cool? Y'all got that? Y'all understand? All right. Before I have you share your screen, and to share your screen, you'll see there's a button that says present. If you go ahead and hit that present button, then you'll get a message that you just hit OK on. Then it'll show you your different screens that you have up. But I am going to switch up the music. We've been rocking here, but y'all know where we got to go. We got to go down south. We got to go to the Miami vibes. Even though Paula's not in Miami, she's north. We're going to go to the Miami vibes this morning. Yeah. Michelle, I see you in the background.
Will you make some more for me, Zeke?
I see you in the background moving. Hey. These are the vibes. These are the vibes. Let me know when you're ready, Paula.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, I'm going to add that on. There we go.
All right.
You are on screen. So this is what I want you to do is breathe.
Okay.
First of all, breathe. Take a deep breath. Walk us through how you would analyze the chart. Start from the beginning. I know you just talked about it, but walk us through your process.
Okay. So the first thing I would do is start on the day and switch it to the line graph, just so that I can mark out some support and resistance areas. So that's what I did. I know it's not as accurate, but it just gives me an overall visual. So I've marked out some of the top areas, and then this was the bottom, but it's gone down a little further. So I basically marking out my support and resistance areas, and then I go back to the candles, and then I kind of go down to each time frame just to kind of see if it, what it looks like. I do have my MAs and the TDI. I mainly use those two indicators just to kind of gauge direction. So right now on the 1 hour, it's a little bit more clear now that it's kind of going down the time frames to the shorter time frames. And so here I'm able to look at the TDI and the actual chart just to see certain patterns and trends. And so I've marked out certain areas, like right here, that was like a point of resistance becoming support. And again, we're right here where this is reaching resistance. So as I go down to the lower time frames, I'm looking at the TDI to see if there's time frame confluence. And then also, I'm still trying to understand, the whole, I think, Bollinger Bands on the TDI and which direction it seems like it's going. So kind of giving me an idea as to where the market may be heading. So on the 15-minute, I see that the RSI is above the 75, and I'm seeing a shark fin, a potential shark fin. So I would assume that it may go up to the top. Well, I understand that the shark fin, it has to be above the top, the upper band, so it's not there yet. So I'm assuming it's going in the upper direction. So from the looks of it, the market is bearish right now, or the market price is bearish right now, and I would assume it's going to most likely hit this level and then come down. So that's kind of like what I'm seeing. So I go to the lower time frames to see confluence, and it looks like that's what's going to happen.
What I like, I noticed you did starting up top, you changed from candlestick to lines.
Yeah.
To actually mark out your support resistance levels. That's awesome. It makes it a whole lot easier to see and identify. And it looks like you've identified some great levels, which we're at one right now, for sure. Now, you talked about understanding the Bollinger Bands or the bands on the TDI a little bit more. And so if you go up, let's say go up to the 15-minute. Okay. And so one thing that I'm always looking at with the bands, really on any time frame, the top band, if it is angled upwards, it typically means like there's more room for the price to continue going up. Okay. So we got a slight angle there. The bottom band is doing the same thing as well on this 15-minute. So you're able to see that it looks like it may want to push up a little bit more, but we're at a support and resistance level for sure. And so then it becomes, all right, how much more does it want to push up, or where does it want to push up to? So look at your 30-minute. I think your 30-minute should look fairly the same. Your 30-minute already has it above the Bollinger Band, but as you can see, the band is that top band is still angled upwards. So we may get a little bit more of a push. What I would do, because it looks like you do have time frame confluence. Most of your time frames are showing that there will be a reversal at some point, probably some point soon. I like your analysis on it. What are you looking at for entries? Like how do you gauge your entries?
So I would look for it to come down past this level of resistance. I mean, this level of to break this level, and then I would probably get in around here. I don't know. I would be looking at most likely seeing, because right now I'm waiting for it on the TDI to go past the upper band. So when I see the actual fin, and then where that plays out on the actual chart, I would assume that it's going to be breaking this level here of breaking this level here, and then that would give me a good entrance, and I would take it down to the 200 MA or this level of support.
So I'm going to ask you another question. What time frame do you normally look at to actually take your entry?
So the 15-minute,
okay,
3-minute sometimes works. I don't really use the 1 minute per se, even though I know that's the one for the scalping. Usually, to give me more time, I usually go with the 15-minute, 5-minute, or the 3-minute. So looking at the 15-minute, it's still showing that there's room to go up. So once it breaks past the upper band and then comes down past the green band, that would be a sign for me to enter. So kind of how I would gauge that, and it seems like that most likely would come up here and then break this area of resistance, or so then once it comes back down, I can get in at any point and then kind of bring it down.
Okay.
Kind of follow it down. But that's also too where I am not as comfortable knowing, because I think it's based on volume, knowing how far it's going to push down. But then the stop loss and take profit will help kind of provide risk management in that sense.
So one thing I'm looking at, and you should always look at, is you're going to look for exhaustion a lot of times for a turnaround. We're currently in an uptrend. We are getting some exhaustion on that 15-minute candle. So it looks like it pushed up to that support and resistance level that you have right there. But you see that wicking on the 15-minute?
Yeah.
That up top. So that's saying it couldn't close above that level. It's a nice touch of that level right there. So if you go down to the 5-minute, you've already got yep, you already have it going down. Perfect touch of that level and starting to go down. With shark fins, you're not always going to see it get above the top band. As you can look left, the last time it did that, it went down. And so it just touched the top band and then pushed on down. That's probably what we're going to see now. That looks like that may have been a good entry at the touch.
Right here.
Further up.
Right here.
Yeah, the last green candle. Yep. At that touch, may have been a decent entry. Go down to the 1 minute. Yeah, and so the 1 minute is doing its own thing down there. It did have a touch as well. But TDI wise, it's just kind of riding that bottom band. I think it's actually going to continue
Go down.
A little bit more, and so it's going to be making sure you understand what your confluences are, what you're looking at to get into a trade. So your support and resistance, that's number one. It was at a major level of resistance, it looks like. Now, I don't know how much you use trend lines.
So I do use the trend lines. I'm still learning that, but I do know the trend lines is necessary with the MAs and the TDI. So if I was doing the trend line, I mean, it seems like it's going up this way.
Yeah. And so you can also find trend lines like above as well. So yeah, it's that bottom trend line. But if when you start, I think you started on the day. When you start on the day and work your way down, you can find trend lines as well. And they don't always have to be, pushing up necessarily. You'll find them pushing down. Now, I like this this time frame here on the daily. This is what I would call a range. It's on the daily though, so it's definitely not as predictable. But what you've been seeing is for days it's kind of got into this range going top to bottom, and back up at the top. So I would be looking at the daily, and just from the trend that we have, we may end up pushing back down, and everything on the lower time frames are saying that as well. But making sure you understand what your confluences are. So if you're looking for a trade at a support resistance level, it could be on a trend line as well. It also could be at a fair value gap. I'm not sure if you're using fair value gaps as well, but you want at least 3 to 4 levels of confluence to actually take the trade. And that, if you only have one level of confluence, then that's not an A+ setup. We want to at least have 3 to 4 levels of confluence. And so I think that's the next evolution, is working on your entries and your exits.
Yep.
I'm not sure how much you use the Fibonacci tool yet.
So I've used it, and I know we use it when there's a trend, but I don't use it as often because with the paper trading, I'm only able to use 2 indicators at a time. So sometimes I'll just, if I'm looking to gauge, like I'll remove an indicator and then add that, but I'm not able to put everything on at once. Gotcha.
That's probably due to the level of membership you have on TradingView. Yeah, if you increase that, then they'll give you a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, but that makes sense. So, analyzing this right now, what would you be looking to do on gold? What's your thoughts? Is there a trade idea right now? If so, then put your trade box up there, and I just kind of want to see how you would think it through. I see you smiling, Paula.
Okay, so this is where I've been very hesitant. I'm more like, let me just watch and see where things are. All right, so the trade idea would be that it looks like it's going to sell. So I'm just going to go down the different time frames just to look at time frame confluence, and it is looking like it's going to go, well, it's already going down in some areas. So the entry aspect of it, this is where I kind of struggle, but I would most likely get in right here since I see it's going down, and then it's already red. The candle's already red in the lower time frames and heading down. But I know the proper entry would have been over here. So kind of struggle in that I'm not sure if that's the right entry, but I would get in here. So
It's subjective. It's subjective. It depends on what your strategy is, how big of a trade you're looking for. I keep going back to the 1 hour because the 1 hour has broken that top band on the TDI, and so like going into the day, seeing that, I would be looking for sales for sure, but try to take a 1 hour shark fin if possible. And so not necessarily, and this is just for me, not necessarily taking a trade now, but making sure your levels are marked out. If there's a level above where you have it marked out, you want to definitely put that up there as well. But there's a decent chance for a shark fin, a sell shark fin today. We'll see. But with it being 7:30, there's not a lot of volume in the market right now. Tim, I see you. It's subjective. Trade what you see. Absolutely, and that's what I'm saying. It depends on what you're seeing, what kind of trader you want to be. If you want the longer trades, like a 1 hour shark fin, then do it off of the 1 hour. But a lot of us are scalpers, and we're going to be looking at that 1 minute heavy. We're going to be looking at like 30 minute down to 1 minute. That's kind of the range that we stay in for scalping. But overall, great job, Paula.
thank you. I feel like I'm still new, obviously, but sometimes I'm just like, am I getting it right? So I'm going to do a little bit more back testing and making sure that I'm comfortable understanding market analysis and how market moves, what moves price. And then as I begin to get a little bit more comfortable with my entries and exits, then I'll start doing challenges. But I am proud of myself. I'm definitely way far above where I was when I started, but
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I see the growth. I definitely see the growth, and then you also know the areas that you need to kind of hone in on, which is great. That's how you're able to actually really develop a trading plan, because you need a trading plan to be successful. And so I like it. I see you, Paula.
Thank
I
you.
see what you're doing. I see what you're doing for sure. Continue to look at gold, and like Tim said, trade what you see. And so if you want to scalp, just know you're going to be on those lower time frames. You're going to be on the 5 minute and 1 minute, and so you'll have to get comfortable kind of living there a little bit as well. And scalps are really short moves. Really short moves. And so right now the trend that we're on, you're on the 5 minute, it's definitely a clear uptrend right now, very clear uptrend. I could see it potentially going back down to that the level that you have marked out at 2308, and then continuing to push back up a little bit. I think that's where you have yep, I can see it potentially going there, because that would just still be in trend. So dip down there, push up a little, maybe to the top of the range that you have marked out for support and resistance, and then maybe turn around. But that's a solid uptrend right there currently. Awesome job, Paula.
Thank you.
Good job.
Sharing now.
Look at you. This wasn't too scary, was it?
No, it wasn't. But I appreciate all the feedback. That's great, because the more I can get, the better, I'll be able to see and grow. So I appreciate it. It was a little scary coming on, because it's just like, I know that I'm not all the way there yet, but this is how we learn. So
that's the whole point of this. The whole point of the show. it's to give you an opportunity to grow and learn, see what you know, and just from you going through your analysis, it's solid. Like it's very solid. A couple things that you'll add on really is making sure you draw your trend lines, that kind of thing. But it's solid. Now, while I'm still talking to you, Michelle, be ready because I'm coming to you. You can go ahead and hit the present button and get ready to share your screen. But Paula, once again, awesome job.
Thank you.
Hey, if you want to, you can come back the next time.
All right. We'll see my progress.
I did that just for you, just to get your blank, like non-committing look.
No, I'll do it. You know, this year the Lord told me that there's going to be opportunities. I have to give him my yes. So that's kind of what made me do this, because I'm like, Lord, I'm grateful for this opportunity. It would behoove me to say yes and not take the opportunity to grow. So it's part of the stretching. So I accept.
Yeah. Awesome. And Corey, I see you're still in the chat. I got to get you back on next time as well.
Thanks, everyone.
Right.
All right. Thanks, Tarris.
Right. You're welcome. Michelle, listen, I got to do an introduction for Michelle Renee. I met Michelle maybe it's been a little over a year ago. Met Michelle on a trip that we had to Greece and Israel. Beautiful spirit, always smiling, always has great energy. She's been with us in the background, just learning. But today's your day. It is your day today. So I want to introduce you guys to Michelle Renee. Good morning. Can't hear you. I don't hear any volume on your end, but we see you though. Still no volume. Yeah, no volume from you yet. But the chat is saying, "Hey, Michelle." Tisha said, "Hey, Michelle, it's so nice to put a face with a name." Tim said, "Hey." Paula is cheering you on right now. Mia says, "Yes, her smile and energy is contagious." It absolutely is. For some reason, the enemy's trying to take your voice this morning, but we won't let them have it. We won't let them have it at all. Still no volume from you as of yet. No volume. While we're waiting on some volume to come in, chat, what are you guys looking at this morning? Anything in particular you guys want Michelle to analyze? So we're going to put her on the spot this morning. All right, it looks like Michelle is resetting it, everything. Anything in particular you guys are looking at? Any questions you have, throw them in the chat. Either I'll answer them or Tim might answer them. I don't know. Hey, Michelle, Tim says go to settings, click audio, select mic you are using. We'll get that going. Mr. Tim Williams with us this morning. What's going on, Brother Tim? All right. Yeah, Corey, I'm definitely going to get you back on. I got some other people that are on my list that are just sitting back chilling. It's time for a push. It's time for a push for some other individuals. Hey, Tim, I feel like your wife Tanya needs to do like a devotion sometime soon. I think she should do a devotion sometime soon. We need to hear her voice. She jumps on most mornings. Well, I'll see her on, but I think she needs to do a devotion. What's your thoughts, Tim? We're gonna talk her into She said, wow. Dr. Ann said, I agree. Yeah. I think she's got a word from the Lord. Tim said, wow. He said, I was just going to ask her for Monday. Seriously. Yeah, like, I'm serious too. Like, she's got a word for the group. She's got something to say. She's been in her prayer time, and yeah, there's a word there. There's a word there. So, Tanya, listen, we put it out there. Tim hadn't even asked you yet, but I think it will be really, really good. All you got to do is give the Lord a yes. Just give him a yes. Just put yes in the chat. That's all we asking for. She said, my God. Nah, that would be awesome. Yeah, that is funny, Tim. That is funny. He said that was the Lord. I woke up and that was on my heart. Yeah, it's definitely something that needs to be heard. Needs to be heard. And I don't know what the word is, but I know there is a word. There's definitely something that God's been speaking to you that we need to hear, and not just us as a community, but there's others that are watching that need to hear the word from the Lord. So yeah, I'm not going to push it too much, Tanya. I'm going to let Tim talk to you. Tanya's not saying yes. She sent clapping emojis. So we're going to see how that goes. But yeah, I feel that. And then the chat's going crazy. You got Tisha saying, yes, I agree, at Tanya. She tagged you. Mia said yes. Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. He said, well, I like it. I like it too. He said, I'm asking in public. Sometimes that's the best way to do it. Put them on the spot in public. And Tanya, no, Tim did not say anything to me about this. He did not. And we did not discuss this. This is purely the Lord saying it. So, yeah. All right, we've got, looks like Michelle is still working on her stuff. Y'all are funny with the eye emojis that are being put up right now. Tim put up an eye emoji. Tanya put up 3 eye emojis. All right. Well, while we are waiting on Michelle, anything in particular you guys are looking at this morning? I know it's 7:44, not a ton of volume yet. Some of us like that. Some of us will trade during these markets for sure, especially if we can find a good range. But is there anything that you guys are looking at right now? Tim said hers is a side eye emoji. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay. So Dr. Ann is in a buy on gold right now. She's in a buy on gold with 1 contract. Yeah, I see you probably got in that buy off of 1:50 or somewhere around there, because it's in that uptrend. Definitely in that uptrend, and kind of like we said when Paula was on, I saw it pushing up. Mia, of course, Mia, you're in NAS buys. Yeah. Yep. So I see a message asking about pretty much the TDI. What TDI is really looking at is oversold and overbought is what we use the TDI for. So when it is breaking the top band on the TDI, that is starting to indicate, and this is on multiple time frames, it's starting to indicate that it may be oversold and we could get a reversal. The same thing if it's below the bottom band. It means that it could be getting oversold, and we could be getting a reversal soon as well. So that's really what we're using it for, is overbought, oversold. We're using it for momentum or direction for the TDI. And so when you couple the TDI and shark fins with our other technical analysis, you can find some really good trades. Couple it with your levels, with your MAs, all that good stuff. Those are all confluences. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. Mia, you said not yet. Dr. Ann did a couple of NAS trades or NAS sells. And Mia is waiting for open. And I think that is probably a good idea. It's probably a good idea to wait for open. Michelle, I saw you pop back up for a moment. I saw your shared screen and then it went away. Now Fridays, when I get on here, you'll see a lot of times I don't necessarily trade on Fridays. I might look for something a little later in the day sometimes, just for a rally, because the market likes to rally a little bit on Fridays. But yeah, most of the time, yeah, I don't do that. Oh, okay, Tim, I saw your message. That is Diana, DX 416. You're from up north as well. Okay, you're from our neighbors above. All I said, that's my girl. Yeah, that is cool. That is cool. We are international with this thing. we got people from up north. We got people out in Italy. Yeah, this is an international ministry. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Diana, so when did you start trading? I'm assuming it was after Paula. That is what I'm assuming. Let us know. Yep, she said that is correct. Okay. Michelle says, don't know what happened. It's not working. I see you in the backstage. I just don't see your camera on. Right now, it's still getting that same message that we had before. But no worries. No worries if actually. Okay. It's okay, Michelle. That's okay. Listen, the enemy didn't want you to be great today. We didn't want you to be great. We're not gonna let them win. So if we can't get you on today, we'll get you on the next one. We'll figure out. Oh, okay, Michelle. I see your screen. I'm seeing you're able to share your screen. I see that. I don't see your video. And then I want to check and see if we have audio. But it looks like Diana, you said you had looked into it before. That's good. but hadn't done too much with it. Paula told you about this group back in more earnest. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm sure you've seen Paula's growth. You'll grow as well. We all start from the same place, not knowing anything. And it's a process. It's a process. You do have to put in the charting time is the most important thing. And then applying what you learn. And so if you've gone through the videos we have on the YouTube page, don't just go through them to say I got through them, but every one that you go through, actually practice what you learn in it, actually apply what you learn in it, and you'll see growth. You'll definitely see growth from that. So application is the most important thing for sure. Most important thing. And she said, yes, she's definitely seeing Paula's growth. See, Paula? See? You knew you had it. We knew you had it the whole time. Hey, Michelle, I'm going to add you to the stage, Michelle. I know we don't see your video, but let's see if we can get audio from you. All right. Say something, anything, and let us know you're speaking. Not hearing anything. We got nothing. Let me I just added your screen that you're sharing. Okay. And you're speaking. Yeah, no audio. It's okay. It's okay. No worries. We'll get that figured out. And we'll do it. We'll have you on the next one. We'll get that figured out. The enemy won't win this one. Michelle, why are you laughing? You're not off the hook. You're not off the hook at all. Not at all. Let's see if we actually had any news today. I'm going to share my screen. Yeah, Tim, she did have a nice looking chart. All right. We had GBP news at 1 a.m. CAD news. There's a little bit of USD news that came out at 7:30, but nothing major. Just orange folder news. So nothing to really affect the markets like that. Sometimes you will see slight movements from orange folder, but yeah, nothing major at all. We'll take a quick look at NAS. Just see what NAS is doing. I'll share my screen. Let's see. All right. This is NAS right here. I don't even have anything marked out as at the moment, but just from price action or structure, you see that it's just been pretty much riding this 1 hour 50. Ever since it broke it here, we've got a touch there, touch there, touch there, almost a touch there, pushed up to the 1 hour 800, and then looks like it may come back down potentially to this 1 hour 50. On the 1 hour, we already have it below the bottom band on the TDI, but the angle of that bottom band looks like it could continue falling. We'll go down to 30 minutes. Yep, same thing. We've got TDI wise on the 30 minute, 15 minute, pretty much the same thing. So I am liking your idea, Mia, for open. I'm liking your open idea. Only thing that's kind of looking weird right now is the 1 minute. It's just kind of been ranging right here. But what I'd love to see at open is, at the very least, let's see, at the very least, something like this. And this is, of course, on the 1 hour. On the very least, if we could get it back up to that 1 hour 800, that'd be a nice move, catching it right off of the 50, at least getting it back to the 1 hour 800. Yeah. Well, Jamal, you said gold just hit the monthly high. All right, we're going to take a look at that. But yeah, I'd like to see something like that. And so maybe putting an alert at opening. I'd love to see a push down to here and then try to catch it back up. I'm going to set myself an alert. I'm going to set myself an alert around there. But yeah, I like that, Mia. I like it. And then it's also that's right at the 15-minute 200. But there's also a trend line right there as well. And so that could be a nice little move right there. Nice little move. Good question, Corey. Just looking, that was on the 1 hour. That's the next MA that's there. And we'll see a lot of times a move from the 50 to the 800. And so it's just some kind of back testing. You'll see that. But if this acts as a level of support, I'm right there. You can see it push at least back up there. But we're on an uptrend. It's been an uptrend, and so it potentially could go above that 800. It definitely could go above the 800, but I'm saying at least to that 800 is what I'd be looking for. But I wouldn't be surprised if it breaks it now. Also depends on how much momentum we have to break it. It is on a Friday, and so Fridays we like to see, or we'll see a rally a lot of times on Fridays, and so that gives me a little more confidence that by the end of the day it could push above that 800, or at least to that 800. Now that move, let's just say you catch it off of the 50. Let me get my measuring tool again.
Would you make some more for me, Zeke?
Run it to 800. That's a big move, as you guys can see. That's a lot of ticks. And those are the kind of rallies that sometimes you'll see on Fridays as well. So that's one that I'll be looking at for sure today, even though I don't normally trade on Fridays, but I like that. Gold, Jamal, you are right. It is shooting up right now. That is the monthly high. That is definitely the monthly high. Trying to see what is above that. Yeah. Yeah, we've got this big buy fair value gap right here. That was a big push. That was a really, really big push. I wish I would have been in gold for that one. Even on the 15-minute, You still have that buy fair value gap. We are at the top of the TDI for sure. So gold could be looking for a pullback, but I could see gold pushing up the rest of the day as well. All depends on what the DXY is looking like as well. And so as we can see, DXY has been falling. And so when DXY falls, you'll have gold, you'll have metals, you'll have indices all pushing up. Yeah, so cool. Hey, our time is up. I am seeing Dr. N's message. It looks like it's pushing to the previous high from the 17th of July on the 1 hour. Okay. That's for gold. Yeah, we can definitely take a look at that. I'm going to be looking at both gold and really a lot of NAS coming up to the open for sure, and see if we can catch something there. Michelle, like I said, we're going to catch you next time. I think next time we'll have Michelle, Corey, and maybe Brother Tim Williams with us, and we'll get it rolling. But I appreciate you guys joining. Didn't go quite as planned, but Paula learned some things, and Paula's in a good place. And hopefully you guys learn some things from Paula's journey as well. But until next time, we'll see you on Monday. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff, and we'll see you next time.